The Mabel Canton Cougars picked up their second win in a row last week as they knocked off Spring Grove by a count of 20-12, recapping the win with Paul Tollefsrud. And Coach, how'd you get it done on Friday night?
We didn't give up big plays, and and our kids, improved throughout the week, and we won the line of scrimmage, and we capitalized on some of their mistakes, and it was a team win by our guys. They played hard, and it was homecoming, and they really wanted it, and they prepared well throughout the week, and they came out Friday night, and we accomplished what we wanted to.
You played mistake-free football for the most part. You were +3 on the give-take on the turnover ratio. I believe only 2 to 3 penalties throughout the game as well. What do you credit that to?
It's discipline. We didn't turn the ball over, and like you said, we only had 2 penalties, and that was huge. And Spring Grove did have a few of those things, few penalties, and some turnovers. So the kids were disciplined, and they did what they needed to do. It was a good night for us.
You talked about winning the line of scrimmage. Another week of development, another week of getting used to varsity ball for those offensive linemen that you talked about earlier on in the season. How much better have they gotten here through the first 5 weeks?
I think we've improved every day, and our kids are starting to stay on blocks more. And good players get off blocks. I mean, it's tough to block a good player for a long time, and we're attacking them, getting a good pop, and maybe getting a little extra second or two on the block, and before they get off, which helps us out, get a little bit more speed, and maybe a cutback lane for our running backs. And our running backs are running the ball really hard right now, and they punish people that are tackling them, and that's a testament to those 2 kids that are the 2 kids that run the ball the most for us, Paul Tollefsrud and Tyler Larson, and again, the line is doing what we expect them to do, and we're making mistakes still, but I mean that's part of the game. So as long as we're improving and they continue to get better and continue to stay on the blocks, we're going to be a tough team to handle.
And when you guys get that lead and just are able to execute, it's kind of good old-fashioned wing tee football, kind of death by 1,000 paper cuts. That's the way I saw it Friday night. Is that a fair way to assess it?
That is, and we want to control the clock. That's the biggest thing. Get a lead, and then once we have the lead, control the clock with our sweep and our down and our trap and stuff like that. And first down after first down, and in the fourth quarter, that's what we did. And we got a lead, and we used a lot of the fourth quarter with just us running our offense and moving the chains.
And obviously, it was a big win for you guys, a close-in rival. First time you beat them in 14 years, and obviously an emotional win for your team. Now, how do you get that tuned back and get the focus on the next game after a big win in a rivalry game on a homecoming night last week?
Yeah, the kids were high, and now it is. We come back today now and watch some film and make our adjustments, make our corrections from the mistakes that we made. And then it's starting to then prepare for Grand Meadows. Yes, they're 0-5. They haven't won a game, but they got good kids. They got strong kids. They're big. They're running a new offense, and I guess my feeling is if they get that clicking, it's a tough offense to defend because there's so much deception in that offense.
And you mentioned about Grand Meadow, but 2 wins in a row for your team, and you're playing good football as of this time. How much more confident is this group collectively than it was perhaps when you weren't getting rewarded for your efforts through the first 3 weeks?
It's huge. It's huge in confidence, and I think our kids are believing in themselves, and that's the most important thing, is to believe that you're going to get the job done, and it's playing one play at a time, and that's what we're doing. You may make a mistake. That's a water under the bridge. Let's move on, and let's that's the next play. Let's get it done the next play.
All right, Coach. Hopefully you can keep the winning ways going. Keep your kids healthy this Friday night. We wish you best of luck.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Paul Tollefsrud, head coach of the Mabel Canton Cougars. They are going to go for their 3rd win in a row at Grand Meadow on Friday night.